Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminisces. So, when you get a certain age, your brain starts to turn to mush, and so the thoughts you have become more incoherent and more random, and the propensity to wander along certain avenues becomes stronger. And I was thinking the other day about bass in music. Now, for many of us, we enjoy bass in our music, and it's probably some subconscious acceptance of the bones of the earth creaking as the earth breathes that makes us enjoy bass so much. But by and large, even though I do enjoy bassiness in music, I do prefer, if I have the choice, a guitar ripping along. Ahead of the bass is my preference, but there's always exceptions. And so I was thinking back to my youth really, because by and large nowadays the music I like, bass doesn't come to the fore that much. But when I was young, there were plenty of songs where it did. So I've picked 4 songs. I picked the first 4 that came to mind rather than any sort of list of favourites as such, albeit all these songs are songs I like and have exceptional merit. But the first one, and it's in no particular order these 4 are going to be over the next few days, is the Ruts and In a Rut. So let's start with that one, shall we? So, I think you'll agree is a great heavy rumbling bass there, and no surprise with the Ruts, because they had strong association with the reggae scene, and some of their songs are very creditable reggae songs. So no surprise, but yes, a great wobbling bassy sound carrying the rest of the instrumentation here. Of course, punk was no stranger to reggae rhythm. Many bands incorporated reggae into their music, some better than others. And I think, although this isn't a reggae song, that bass does, allude to their liking of the reggae sound. I was reading, let's try to find a decent image or rendition of this song. I noticed in some of the comments about lots of people getting turned on to this by Henry Rollins mentioning them. And as soon as I read that, it did strike me very much that the Rollins band owes a lot to the Ruts, and then probably this song is one of the best songs that would exemplify why Henry Rollins ought to give this lot a big sloppy kiss. It's stark and menacing, this song, and I've mentioned before I'm not bothered about lyrics and subject matter in songs, but back when I was listening to this sort of thing, I did, and it does carry a message with it, and of course a message that's given space by the music. Is probably more effective than the ranting, raving messages that punk often chucked out. This isn't my favourite Ruts song, so why did you pick it? Because we're talking about bassiness. It's probably not even in my top 5 Ruts songs. I think Savage Circle is my favourite, but nonetheless, this is probably the most impactful of their songs, because of the space and the depth to it. And that depth I'm talking about, heavy bass. The subject matter in this resonates with lots of people, and that was one of the things with the Ruts, that they did deliver a message, which was considered very often, rather than barked and shouted. I mean, vocally it might get barked and shouted, but the lyrics themselves was more considered than some others, and of course, even though this is not the most engaging Ruts song for me, you can't fail to be carried along by the chorus, which is a proper shout along, inclusive chorus, which is just as well really, because the chorus goes on for quite a while at the end. So let's see the end of it. Well, there you go. A song that is veritably carried along by the bass line, and in this instance, does give it that bite and menace, and sort of grabs your attention. It's not as rounded a bass sound as you might find elsewhere, so it's got a bit of a bite, and drags your attention in. Everything else, bar the vocals maybe, plays a supporting role to the bass, and and it's just an example of where in a genre that predominantly relied on the fast and furious guitar, there was room for bass to carry the same message and have the same impact. The Ruts, for those of you that if you're here, you probably know the Ruts very well, but for those of you that don't know the Ruts, they are well worth listening to. Looking back with a, at the time I didn't think as much, but looking back, they're quite a progressive punk band. They their palette had quite a few different colours within it, and as I say, they were not straightforward in any sense, even though they had straightforward songs amongst their repertoire. They toured a lot with the Damned, and I was thinking when I was including this that if I had to acquaint the Ruts with any of the Damned's material, it would be Music for Pleasure, because of that diversity in the music. Anyway, excuse me, I enjoyed that little wander down memory lane. Hope you did too. Clicky bollocks if you want, and I'll catch you all next time. Cheerio.